from the news team that stands for you. This is CBS Local 2 News this morning.
It is just after 5:30 on this Tuesday morning. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Tom Tucker. Jennifer Daniels has the day off. We'll get to your top news in just a moment, but first let's check in with meteorologist Rob Bradley to find out what is happening outside. Good morning, Rob. Triple digits. All right. Thanks a lot, Rob. We appreciate that this morning. Weather in the south is supposed to be much calmer today after severe weather struck the region yesterday. The area that saw bad weather stretched from Louisiana to North Carolina. Marley Hall reports on the path of destruction that was left by thunderstorms and a tornado.
People in Beaufort County, North Carolina are picking up the pieces this morning after a tornado leveled houses and downed trees and power lines Monday. Officials say the twister was on the ground for about 8 minutes and tossed cars and just about anything in its path.
The most impressive thing was everything that was going up in the air just swirling around.
Dempsey Ange says he and his family are lucky to be alive.
It's just a house, that can be replaced. You can't replace somebody if they get hurt.
A rash of severe weather struck parts of the South Sunday and Monday, causing dangerous and deadly conditions. Emergency workers found the body of a missing 9-year-old girl in a drainage canal in Yazoo County, Mississippi, after flash floods swept her away. In metro Atlanta, a storm system overloaded creeks and rivers. People abandoned their cars in floodwaters.
Play is suspended.
Further east in Georgia, for the first time in more than a decade, weather forced the Augusta National Golf Club to cancel Monday's practice round of the Masters. Marley Hall, CBS News.
Now, the severe weather brought flooding to central Alabama, where crews in small boats and military trucks had to rescue dozens of people from their homes and their cars. Closer to home, all lanes are open this morning after a landslide on Highway 74. Caltrans closed the highway yesterday morning after part of the mountain gave way at the Cranston station. That's east of Hemet. They closed the road so they could work to reinforce a section of the mountain. Much of the slope that gave way was damaged last year during the Cottonwood fire. The highway was reopened a little bit later in the day yesterday afternoon. Thankfully, no injuries reported. A fire breaks out at a hotel in Palm Desert, forcing hotel staff to move dozens of guests to other rooms. The blaze sparked around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the Shadow Ridge Marriott on Shadow Ridge Road. The fire set off sprinklers that damaged 2 rooms. Guests in 36 rooms had to be relocated to other rooms on the property. No one was hurt, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. Police are investigating a case of human remains that were found under a home in Desert Hot Springs. 2 men were working on the property in the 18,000 block of Roberts Road when they found a human skull around 7 o'clock yesterday morning. Deputies were then called to the home and they took possession of the skull. Detectives are now working to identify the remains, and an examination is set for later today. A Coachella man and 2 teenagers were arrested and accused of taking part in a robbery in the East Valley. Police arrested 21-year-old Gilbert Chaidez at his home yesterday morning. Investigators say he's connected to a holdup that took place last month at the Food for Less store in Coachella. 2 teenagers were also arrested for the crime. Chaidez was booked into the county jail in Indio on charges related to commercial burglary and robbery. A farm worker from Coachella will be headed home today after receiving the 500th liver transplant from Loma Linda University Medical Center. Francisco Muñez was taken to Loma Linda several weeks ago, clinging to life. He was in desperate need of a liver transplant. Now, the 52-year-old is preparing to go home after the procedure. Doctors say it's a huge change for the father of 3 who was on life support and was in a coma for weeks because of his condition. Members of the Oasis Country Club in Palm Desert presented a check for $33,000 to the Arnold Palmer Prostate Center in Rancho Mirage. The center is part of Eisenhower's Lucy Kirchie Cancer Center. The money was raised during the Art Bowman Classic Golf Tournament. The event began as a small tournament for the men's club at Oasis to honor their friend who had prostate cancer, and now it's grown into a significant fundraiser.
Every year, more and more people have gotten involved in it. It creates more interest, and we've grown it every year. This was our best year ever.
This group supports so much of what we do. Prostate cancer support group, education, 7 to 8 different lectures just in the month of September alone, which is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
And of course, Arnold Palmer, as you might know, is a prostate cancer survivor, and he's an advocate for early screening because he and the experts say early detection is the key to having a better outcome. Still ahead this morning, Rob Bradley has a look at your full hour-by-hour forecast. You're watching CBS Local 2 this morning. We stand for you.